Jadi hari ini kita mau ngapain di mana?
Today we're gonna play a little game,
Okay,
and it's called Why Do We Need That?
I'm excited.
It's body talk unfiltered.
Okay, I'm excited.
Pasti ada kan bagian-bagian tubuh yang you've thought to yourself kayak, ini gunanya apa sih?
Yeah,
Like male nipples, like literally why do males need nipples or have nipples?
not specifically that, I will say. However, that's interesting.
So we're gonna be talking about those things, like the appendix, the tonsils. Emang kita perlu? Emang fungsinya apa sih dalam badan kita?
I don't know, but they hurt a lot.
They hurt a lot.
They
Yeah,
hurt.
they do both hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1.
Do we need an appendix?
Jadi sebenarnya kita butuh nggak sih appendix? Jawabannya enggak. Jadi ada beberapa penelitian yang mengatakan that our appendix serves a purpose in our immunity. So katanya tuh it's like a reservoir for good gut bacteria. Jadi wadah atau penampungan untuk bakteri yang baik dalam saluran pencernaan kita. You get that?
No.
Dia kayak bantu store good bacteria for our gut, buat saluran cerna kita. When kita sakit diare or certain things like that, it can sort of help in repopulating your gut bacteria after that. Jadi istilahnya kayak backup drive for your digestive system, almost. Yeah, but evolutionarily, it would have been more useful, bakal lebih berguna pada masa dimana orang-orang lebih sering makan diet, like plant-based diets. So rich in cellulose, rich in rich in cellulose. So it helps with that.
Yeah, wow. The more you know.
The more you know. Next one, what do we have?
Why do we have wisdom teeth?
For a fact, I don't have wisdom teeth.
You don't have wisdom teeth?
I took an x-ray and I don't have wisdom teeth.
Wait, how did you get so lucky?
Yeah, I'm really lucky. But my mom says it's because I'm not wise, so I don't have wisdom teeth.
Oh, dang.
So, why we have wisdom tooth is because zaman dulu, a lot of past humans ate rough, uncooked food. Jadi makanannya kurang diolah, mungkin nggak mateng, mungkin teksturnya juga lebih kasar. And so, we needed extra grinding power. Kayak gigi kita harus ngunyah.
Yeah.
And that's why we have wisdom teeth, to help with that, grinding our food, to make sure we don't choke and die. But modern diets kan udah nggak kayak gitu. They're smaller. I mean, they're softer. Terus dimasak, diolah dengan baik. And so, yeah. And then evolutionarily, dulu past humans, older humans, dulu rahangnya lebih gede. Ya kan? Tapi as time passes by and evolution happens, rahang manusia sekarang tuh
Shrink.
lebih mengecil. So, what does that mean? So, smaller jaws means that the wisdom tooth gets stuck or impacted.
Yeah.
And that's why most people have to get their wisdom tooth plucked out.
So it's like an evolutionary problem.
Yeah, so we evolved to have smaller jaws, but we still have the wisdom tooth there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why.
Interesting.
Interesting, right? Yeah.
What about belly buttons?
Udel.
To get pierced. Did you just pierce your belly button?
I did. My parents don't know.
Never mind. She didn't pierce her belly button.
Tahu nggak apa istilah medis?
Dude, ask me a question right now. No.
Tahu nggak istilah medis untuk udel?
Enggak.
Umbilicus.
Like umbilical cord.
Exactly. So, why we have a belly button? Kenapa kita punya pusar? Itu gara-gara that's the scar from where our umbilical cord once attached to us. Jadi, nyambung placenta, umbilical cord, we'll have a diagram. Placenta, umbilical cord, and then nyambung ke our belly buttons. But then, pas bayi lahir, kan di-clamp, dipotong. Tapi we don't cut all the way towards the end. Do you know that?
Why?
We leave a little bit.
Kenapa?
Tapi, they don't cut it all the way towards the end, gak sampai ujung. Disisain dikit. Nah, nanti itu umbilical cord will dry up and fall off on its own.
I could have lived my whole
Jadi
life.
sisa umbilical cordnya dries up, falls off on its own, and then you get your belly button. Fun, right? No purpose whatsoever. Nggak ada fungsinya sih sebenarnya. So it's just a scar. Kan kalau namanya udel pusar kan agak, some people agak masuk kan. Like you're either an innie or an outie. Agak juts out. The belly button agak jut out.
Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Jadi ada orang yang, so it's a deeper hole, and for some it's not. It's very shallow. It's like an outie. Like it kind of juts out. I'm an innie. So did you know that it could be like a little miniature ecosystem for bacteria?
Could have lived my whole life not knowing that.
Basically, banyak-banyak banget macam bakteri yang ditemukan di dalam pusar. So bisa up to 100 species, like hundreds of species.
And that's a bad thing, a good thing.
No, it's not. It's
A neutral thing.
a neutral thing. It's just a fun fact. Body talk unfiltered. Okay, next one.
Why do we get goosebumps?
Okay. This is fun. Tahu nggak istilah medisnya? Piloerection. That's the name for it.
What is pilo?
Piloerection. So basically, what happens is the little hairs on our arms, bulu-bulu halus ini, di bawah kulit tuh ada yang namanya otot erector pili. So they contract. Kontraksi, and what happens? Hasilnya berdiri rambutnya. And then that's what causes, itu yang menyebabkan yang namanya goosebumps atau merinding. But it usually is only useful to help stay warm, retain warmth, or to appear, for animals at least, to appear larger.
Okay.
Because in the wild, if you appear larger, then the chances of you surviving are higher. Tapi the sad part of it is, hal yang menyedihkan, kita nggak punya enough body hair for that to be useful. Right?
Yeah.
So it serves no purpose now. It's just an artifact from when we were cavemen and had longer body hair.
Why do we have tonsils?
Okay. I think we talked about this. Kemarin sempat kita ngomongin gak sih di episode Debunking Medical Myths?
Yep.
Do you remember?
I remember.
Yang Tiana cerita dulu pernah
Mengangkat.
mau tonsillectomy. Okay. So basically the tonsils, or to be specific, the palatine tonsils, mereka tuh bagian dari sistem limfatik. So I'm sure you guys have heard of like lymphatic fluid, you know,
Lymphatic drainage.
lymphatic drainage. So they're a part of that. Itu bagian dari sistem itu. And they're positioned to catch pathogens atau bakteri yang masuk lewat hidung atau tenggorokan. So they do serve a purpose. Like they play a small role in our immunity. Cuman a lot of the times mereka bisa radang. Terus kalau radangnya berulang, I think we mentioned this before, and it's memengaruhi kualitas hidup, kualitas tidur, it's better to have it removed untuk diangkat. Gitu deh.
Ding.
Okay.
I don't know what to say to these guys.
These are also weird, right?
No, it's good, but I think I don't have anything to say, so I'm like, wow, incredible.
Nih, I want to ask you, do you ever wonder why we have body hair?
Yes.
Okay, like kenapa rambut yang ada di tubuh tuh tebal di sini, terus tebal di maybe like di ketek, tapi di bagian sini halus. Kayak yang di bagian like armpit hair itu gunanya apa? Have you ever wondered?
To protect you from something, I'm assuming bacteria?
No.
What is it? Sorry,
Yes, no.
Yes, pernah dengar.
Yeah, it's like basically chemical substances secreted.
Okay.
And then fungsinya apa? Fungsinya, what does it do? It aids in sexual communication.
How?
Have you ever heard of like, pernah gak sih dengar kayak orang bilang kayak, oh, I'm attracted to their pheromones. Have you not heard that before?
I thought it was a myth.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
real.
Wait.
Pheromones are
I thought
real.
Humans don't have like pheromone receptors.
They're real. We do have pheromones.
I just remembered
Damn.
the psychology study where the dirty t-shirt study, and you smell people's shirts, and then you choose which one's most attractive based on the smell.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Pheromones are a real
The
thing.
dirty t-shirt study.
Terus kenapa emang kalau ada pheromones? Jadi armpit hair helps in dispersing pheromones.
By sweating, essentially.
Yeah.
Ew.
So it's helping like so that you would be attractive to other people.
Okay.
Same thing with pubic hair. This is an uncomfortable topic, but true. Do you know what else it does?
No.
It reduces friction. It protects the skin.
It does. It does.
I mean, I know it protects the skin, but it. Hey, maybe I'm doing it.
Jadi mengurangi gesekan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, wait, what's this?
Belajar kan hari ini teman-teman belajar kan?
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Okay.
Yes. Fun fact, guys. Very fun facts. Okay, what else? Next.
Earlobes.
They have no purpose. Nggak ada fungsinya. Earlobes. Ya, daun telinga. Nggak ada hubungannya. Jadi intinya, daun telinga or earlobes, they're like made of connective tissue atau jaringan ikat. And they have no function. Nggak ada fungsinya. Jadi ada beberapa teori yang bilang it helps with regulasi peredaran darah. Like it helps with blood flow and heat loss, but there's no solid evidence. Yes. So yes, more or less they are for earrings. Okay, next one.
Yeah, why do us guys have nipples?
Okay, jadi pas kita semua masih dalam rahim, when we just kan what happens is sperma ketemu telur fertilisasi kan, terbentuk embrio, and from an embryo, and then eventually it becomes a fetus, and then it becomes a baby when it's born, right? Jadi, tapi do you know at what point di titik mana the body starts differentiating between if it's gonna be a girl or a guy?
Berarti ketika bayi berkembang, awal-awalnya nggak ada gendernya gitu, nggak ada seksnya.
Jadi basic blueprint atau basic template sebelum minggu ke-6 tuh female.
So all guys started as girls?
Kalau bahasa awamnya, if you simplify it, yes. Because nipples or puting itu terbentuk sebelum sex differentiation, sebelum it becomes a girl or a guy.
Yeah.
So that's why males have them.
That's crazy.
So di titik minggu ke-6 when testosterone shows up and it's like, hey, we're going male, we're gonna be a guy, nipples have already formed.
Oh, they
Yes.
just in case gitu.
Yes, but that is why. That is literally why. Yeah. They're useless though. They
The
serve-
more you know.
the more you know.
Stuff I never thought I'd have to know.
Okay. Next one.
What is the human yawn reflex?
The human yawn reflex.
Oh my god, just because you said that. Stop it. Why are you doing it? Stop.
It's contagious. So, actually this one is masih kontroversial ya. But some theories say dengan menguap atau yawning, it helps with regulasi suhu badan. Regulating body
That makes
temperature.
sense.
So it's like a cooling mechanism. But ada juga yang bilang this is social bonding behavior,
Like mirror neurons.
like mirror neurons. So synchronized behavior in us, in mammals. So that's why when I yawn, you yawn.
That makes sense. Stop it. I'm not doing that again.
Yes, but that's basically it. We have no proof of what it does for the human body. Nggak ada, belum ditemukan bukti yang konkret bahwa ada gunanya.
Okay.
Next one. What do we have?
Why do you have double eyelids?
Why do some people have double eyelids?
Why do you think so? I want to ask you.
Okay, obviously this is no base. Tapi mungkin buat melindungi mata.
Kalau what we do have, double eyelids, what we do actually call them itu lipatan supratarsal. That's the medical term for it, lipatan supratarsal. So, biasanya double eyelid ini tuh lebih ditemukan di Eropa, populasi certain East Asian populations of certain populations of East Asian descent. Tapi kalau monolith, yaitu like no double eyelids, itu way more common in East Asian populations. So, what is the function? Actually, there's no proven functional difference. Nggak ada perbedaan dalam fungsi. Tapi ada beberapa teori yang justru suggest that monolids, not double eyelids, but monolids help protect the eye from the cold or wind.
Why?
Just because of the anatomy of it, of how it sits.
So it's a genetic mutation.
It's not genetic mutation, it's just genetic differences. It's variety. But that's it. It's just like, you know how like some people in hotter climates have tanner skin or have more melanin in their skin?
Melanin, yeah.
You know why? Tahu nggak kenapa?
Sun protection.
Because melanin helps protect against sun damage. Too much exposure to UV rays can cause skin cancer. Kan bisa menyebabkan kanker kulit. Did you know that this is more social daripada biologis, but double eyelids are very highly desired in East Asian population.
Because you want what you can't have.
Because you want what you can't have. But a lot of people, it's like one of the most common
Surgery.
plastic surgeries done. But the word for it is blepharoplasty. The procedure is called blepharoplasty.
That's what. Wait, is that the same as what? Sorry, cut this out. Is that the same as what Brooke Schofield got?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Because she had uneven ones.
Oh.
I
It
don't know.
wasn't to make the double eyelids.
It's just to even it out. Okay, do you know, like, can we insert a diagram of, like, the mouth?
This is scary, guys.
So, like, kan ada your tonsils, and then in the center, there's, like, this one thing that just dangles. That's called the uvula. Yang gantung di belakang
what
tenggorokan.
most people think is your tonsils, kind of.
Yes, a lot of people mistake that for your tonsils, but that's not. That's the uvula. And belum terbukti, but a lot of scientists and a lot of people believe dia membantu dengan speech, ngomong. So it helps in producing sound, in language, and so on. And then other people also believe, other scientists believe that it helps lubricate the throat. Jadi biar tenggorokannya nggak kering. Even more, like a couple more theories suggest that it helps direct food. Supaya kalau kita telan, maksudnya when we eat, kita telan makanannya, it goes down like the right pipe. But none of it is proven. These are all just theories. You know, sometimes kadang-kadang tuh uvula bisa terlalu panjang and it causes sleep apnea. Kalau uvula yang terlalu panjang itu bisa menyebabkan sleep apnea, which we talked about also in the debunking medical myths episode. Sleep apnea is basically pas kita tidur kita berhenti napas. So you can get a procedure done to remove it. You can remove your uvula. Bisa diangkat, namanya uvulectomy. That's all. That's what your uvula is there for. All the useless body
Good
parts.
job.
What did you learn today, Tiana?
A lot of things that I never realized I need to know. But I'm glad I do now.
But they're fun to know, right? Little fun facts. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I had fun filming today's episode. This one was a bit funny.
Yeah.
But as usual, thank you so much for watching, and we hope you get well soon.